Hey guys, this is Mistress Nightmare here, and today we'll be reading chapter 19 for The Battle for Max's Heart, a Jeff the Killer love story. Max's point of view. Me, Jeff, walked into Slendy's office and opened it. I entered his office and he was working on something. Then he looked up at us and he put it aside. Yes, Slendy said. Jeff handed him my sketchbook and showed him my drawing. He was shocked, but it's hard to tell since the lack of facial expression. What is this, Max? He said. I don't know. I was drawing and then I drew that, I said, looking away. This looks familiar somehow, he said. Where? Jeff said. Then Slendy looked at me, and then he stood up and walked up to me. Max, have you seen this before? Slendy said. No, I said. Do you know what you drew? He said. I looked away, confused, and said no. You drew a couple who died years ago in the woods. He said. I looked at him in shock. What? I said. This couple died years ago when they both committed suicide in the woods, he said. Jeff's point of view. She drew the couple that she heard in the woods? I thought, Max, wasn't what you heard when you were in the woods? I asked. What do you mean, Jeff? Slendy said. Well, me and Max were in the woods yesterday, and Max said that she heard a couple shot themselves in the woods. He said. Or I said. Is this true, Max? He said. She nodded and tried to say something, but she quickly shook her head. What? I said, looking at her. It's nothing, she replied. Max, I tried, still looking at her in concern. Yes, what were you going to say? I said. She sighed. I was going to say that I remember it reminded me that a few years ago, I drew the dead couple, and then the next day. What happened the next day? I asked. The couple that I drew in the woods was dead from a car accident, she said. How is this possible? I looked at Slendy. I am not sure, but Max has a gift that might help us, Slendy said. With what? She asked. Maybe you can find out what's going on, he said. Okay, but what do I do in the meantime? She said. You will have to stay by Jeff's side. He'll be on your guard, be guarding you, Slendy said. Wait a minute. Jeff is going to be babysitting me? Max yelled. I chuckled. Max gave me a shut-up glare. If that's what you want to put it, then yes, Jeff will be babysitting you, Slendy said. But I can handle myself, Max said, looking angrily. It's true, I said. Fine, he will not babysit you, but he will keep watching you in case anything happens. Understood? He said. Max's point of view. I sighed and nodded. Good, now will you excuse me when I go out and kill my time, Slendy said. Yeah, oh yeah, me too. See you later, Jeff said. He kissed my forehead and then left with the others, except for Sally, to go to kill time. I went downstairs with Sally and watched Despicable Me before I fell asleep on the couch. But when I woke up, I heard a loud sound. I looked around and saw Sally was on the couch with me asleep. I picked her up and laid her down on her bed. I left her room and went to check on what made that sound. I walked around the manor and saw nothing fall or break, and then I heard voices. Upstairs, I looked up at the clock. They're back so early, I thought. Jeff, Slindy, you guys back? I yelled. No one answered. I went upstairs to check every room. No one was here except for Sally. Weird, I thought as I heard them. I thought. Then mine to Jeff's room and laid on his bed. I looked at my sketchbook and picked it up. I was shocked at what I saw. It was a message written in blood. It said, "Your time is almost up, Max." Anyway, that's the ending of this chapter. If you guys want more Jeff the Killer love stories out there or any creepypasta fanfictions out there, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, bye!